Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Words are powerful tools, but like any tool, the more they are used, the more they lose their edge. In the delicate dance of power, the person who holds their words close gains an air of mystery, subtly keeping others off balance. The less you reveal, the more powerful you appear. When people cannot read your thoughts or predict your responses, they become uncertain, cautious, and even intimidated. Silence and brevity have long been the allies of the wise and powerful. The silence of Louis XIV, a strategy in power. No one wielded this law more artfully than Louis XIV, the Sun King of France. In the glittering court of Versailles, Louis reigned over his nobles and ministers, who spent days meticulously preparing to present their cases before him. They would confer, argue, and form alliances, each point and counterpoint weighed in hopes of predicting what might please the king. Every detail was carefully planned, from the time of day to approach him to the expressions they would wear on their faces, each man hoping his words would sway the king's favor. But Louis was not easily influenced. When the fateful moment arrived, the chosen representatives would approach him and passionately lay out their cases, often pouring out every last detail. And yet, Louis listened in complete silence, his face a mask that revealed nothing. As the ministers concluded, hoping for some indication of the king's decision, Louis would simply say, "I shall see," and walk away. This brief response left his ministers in a state of anxious uncertainty. Weeks would pass before they saw the king's decision carried out, with no further word from him on the matter. By withholding his thoughts, Louis kept everyone guessing. They were left to ponder his intentions, each trying to outguess the other, all while revealing their own schemes and alliances in the process. This carefully crafted silence was a form of power. Louis XIV controlled his image and authority not by persuasion or argument, but by cultivating an aura of enigma. Those around him were left uneasy and careful with their words, knowing they could not read him or appeal to his preferences. In his silence, Louis gained a legendary presence, an untouchable quality that only grew with each carefully measured word. His famous line, "L'État, c'est moi, I am the state," encapsulated this persona. Few words, but every one of them reverberated through his court and beyond. The wisdom of restraint. Louis XIV was not always the master of this restraint. As a young king, he was known for speaking at length, captivated by his own wit and charm. But he eventually recognized that his openness gave others insights into his thinking, opening the door to manipulation and diminishing his authority. Over time, he learned to guard his words, to speak less, and to listen more. This choice transformed him from a talkative monarch to a silent powerhouse, always unpredictable, always holding the upper hand. In this way, Louis used silence as a mask. The court never knew what he was truly thinking or planning, so they dared not challenge him. And as they filled the silence with their own words, they often revealed their motives, desires, and ambitions, leverage that Louis stored away, using it as he saw fit. The value of silence and misdirection. Silence not only protects your thoughts but also compels others to talk, sometimes nervously or defensively. When you speak little, others will fill the void, revealing things they might otherwise withhold. They will interpret your silence in various ways, often reading more meaning into your few words than you intended. This attention heightens the value of everything you say, adding weight to your statements because of their rarity. In contrast, the person who talks excessively weakens their position. As they try to impress or explain, they end up giving away more than intended: ideas, insecurities, or strategic thoughts. Words, once spoken, cannot be taken back, and each one carries the risk of diminishing your aura. The power of the Sphinx, creating an aura of mystery. Throughout history, those who say less have often been revered as wise, powerful, or even mystical. The ancient Egyptian Sphinx is a fitting symbol: silent, mysterious, and powerful. The Sphinx's allure comes from its enigma. By concealing your intentions, you become like the Sphinx, a figure to be respected, even feared. People are drawn to mystery, but they are also wary of it. The less you reveal, the more others will work to understand you, giving you control over how they see you and what they reveal in the process. The art of silence isn't about never speaking. It's about saying only what is necessary. Each word should be deliberate, each pause meaningful. When you cultivate a persona of restraint, you create a buffer that prevents others from getting too close. You control their access to your thoughts, ensuring that they always wonder what you might be planning. Key lessons in speaking less. 1. Guard your thoughts. When you share too much, you expose your intentions, allowing others to predict and counter your moves. Silence, however, makes you harder to read, making it more difficult for others to gain leverage over you. 2. Make every word count. Like Louis XIV, choose your words carefully. A brief response is often more powerful than a lengthy one, as it forces others to interpret and question your meaning. 3. Invite others to speak. People have an inherent discomfort with silence. Use it to your advantage. By saying less, you encourage others to fill the gap, often revealing information that can be useful to you later. 4. Control your image. When you say less, you create a mystique that enhances your reputation. People respect what they do not fully understand, and they will value each word you do share more highly. In the end, less is more. In the game of power, appearances are everything, and when you speak less than necessary, you appear more than you are. Each silence is a tactic, each word a carefully chosen instrument of control. People are left to guess at your thoughts, wonder at your motives, and respect the distance you create. They may leave a conversation feeling uncertain, even uneasy, but they will remember your words, pondering their meaning long after the conversation ends. The person who speaks sparingly commands attention, curiosity, and power. In a world full of noise, your silence will stand out, drawing people to you while keeping them at a respectful distance. So, remember, in power, less is not just more, it's everything.